neon light. We've got choices for days, from sleek to wild, where fantasy meets life with a playful smile. The Doll Channel, where dreams ignite. More than desire, it's love at first sight. The Doll Channel, oh come and see. Customization, chemistry. Every shape, every style you crave. Luxury, built to pave the way. Discreet, elegant, always you. From companions for love to pure art displays, we're not just selling dolls, we're sparking waves. The Doll Channel, your journey begins. Let pleasure and passion win. Doll Channel, awaken your fantasy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Doll Channel. Let's get started here and introduce our first guest from New York, in the Big Apple, up on somethingth Street. Benju Dover.
Hello, fellow dolly fuckers. Good evening. Hope everyone is having had a fantastic weekend. Yes, temperatures have dropped right now. We are at 36 degrees. Holy shit, it was like 57 degrees today, and it just dropped to 36. So I'm sure it's probably getting a little cold there down in the southeast Virginia or southwest Virginia.
Oh, dude, it was fucking freezing today. It was like 34 degrees. It snowed for a little bit.
Slytherin, you don't exist yet.
I was gonna say for the guys coming from the original 13 colonies, and for you guys that live in the Great Lakes regions with the lake effect snow. Wow, I think Buffalo is going to be getting pounded. So anyone around the Great Lakes region and other parts of this country are getting hit by their first snowfall of the season, and it's beautiful. It is fucking beautiful. One thing I got to say that I love about this country is that we have the best climate. We have so many different climate zones, from tropical to fucking mountainous. Yes, God shed His grace on thee. And not only that, we have the largest source of freshwater lakes in the world, the Great Lakes. I'm saying, really, this is God's promised land next to Israel, but this is God's second promised land, and this is a great country to be in, where we could experience all the seasons, and it's just so fucking beautiful.
Dude, I love God's second promised land. You know, the one without the bombs and violence and ruthless, like, nonsensical killings? I love the second promised land. It's a really great place.
Yeah, there's a lot of that nonsensical violence killing here as well, but it's just not, terrorists. Well, yes.
All right, let's go ahead and welcome to the stream from west, east, northern, west, southeast Virginia, Slytherin.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Everybody have a good weekend?
Yeah, we're doing good. And by the way, that was not me jumping down your throat, Slytherin. That was just me having some fun humor.
No, you're fine.
You don't exist yet. You were just a twinkle in your daddy's eye or some shit. All right, let's welcome to the stream also from deep in the heart of Texas, Furryville, USA. Bronyville, USA. Texas Moon Knight.
Hey everybody, I'm Texas Moon Knight, and just because you got excited when Elon Musk said he was gonna genetically make cat girls, that doesn't make you a furry.
When did he say that?
Oh, a long time ago, like what, a year or a couple years ago?
Shit, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Yeah, he said that. That was one of his things. He's like, it was like one of his tweets before. I think it was before he even bought Twitter.
Shit.
Like, planning to genetically make cat girls. I'm like, okay. That's
Well,
interesting.
Elsa Babe has one for you guys interested in an Elsa Babe. Contact Benji at thedollchannel.com. I'll hook you up with a cat doll head. I mean, a cat head on a doll.
That sounds horrible. I'll hook you up
That's
with a
what I
cat
meant to
head.
say. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, a cat head. Yeah, not cat doll. Yeah, sorry.
Benji, straight off out of the gate, let's get down to business.
Wait. Did you introduce Slytherin?
Yep, I sure did. Don't put it off, Benji. Let's get down to business.
So you want me to? I will give a little intro.
Give the intro.
Okay, so I discovered actually this morning. I looked at one of my text messages and that I got from Captain. We'll call him. He changes his name so many times. Captain Black, and he sent me a podcast that was on YouTube of these podcasters, these dudes and one lady. I think it was 3 dudes and 1 lady. They were reading my article, the article from the New York Post about the showroom in New York City for sex dolls. And this actually, I looked at the date. It was 2 months ago, so I couldn't, I didn't know it until today, till I received this text message with a link to the video. And they were basically making fun of us. They were making fun of any guy that would ever touch a doll. Like, that is gross. The fact that a man would stick his thing into a rubber orifice is just gross, and just, wow, you're such a loser if you do something like that. You're a loser if you like dolls. And you know what? I'm sick of hearing that shit, because they could fucking sit on their high throne while they are maybe getting laid or in a relationship. But they're a bunch of fucking hypocrites, because believe me, all of them, except for the lady, they put them in a room with a doll by themselves, they would be getting down and dirty. And I think 90% of men would, or they would be doing something. They'd be turned on. They'd be curious. They'd be groping. But to sit there and make fun of us and make fun of the dolls. They were looking at the pictures, and we'll see it in the video that Ricky will play. They were making fun of the dolls and how they look, and they made fun of me. Thank God, they didn't have my full name or picture of me. I was smart about that. Thank God. But yeah, and I wanted to expose this because this is something that we're going to be dealing with, all the time down the road in the future. When we tell people that we're become friends with, consider our buddy or whatever. Hey, just letting you know, Tom. I own a sex doll. Like, really? Really? That's gross. You're such a loser. Ricky, what do you think about this? Because you're in the business. You put your face out there. I'm sure you get a lot of negative feedback sometimes, or comments, or I don't know. Tell me.
I don't know. I know a lot of people joke about it, but I never get offended by it. Like, usually it's really just playful fun whenever I talk to people, about it. And they're like, remember that one time you had that one doll that had 3 boobs and she had like green skin? Like, that was fucking crazy. Like, I've never seen anything like that before, And you had it in the back of that like really creepy truck that you used to drive around, and I'm like, yeah, that's not really like hurting my feelings, you know?
You know what I'm offended by, Ricky? I'm offended
Uh-huh.
not with these. I'm offended by the ignorance. All right, I'm offended by the lack of curiosity. I'm offended by the lack of questions that you would want to ask when you're talking about this, and like you could be a little bit more creative than rather than just like dissing the men that are into this. Like there's no. It to me, it was just childish. It was.
I actually, when I saw it, I thought it was really funny, but I also only saw like the first 3 or 4 minutes. I didn't see like the middle part of it. You know what I mean? So I can't say if they were like really making fun of people or not. Like,
Yeah.
I just saw the first 3 or 4 minutes, and I thought that the humor was really good. Like, I didn't think it was distasteful. I didn't think that it was flat. Like, let's talk really quick, Benji, while we're talking about different types of humor.
Yeah.
Why don't we also talk about what also emerged over this past day at SNL
Yes, I was going to bring that up.
and how what you were talking about, where SNL asked you to lend your dolls from the showroom, and then they rejected your dolls because they said the boobs were too big. Why don't you tell us what emerged in this video that came out recently, and I'll pull up the thumbnail so people could see what to click on so they can watch the video and see what they thought about it. Because with SNL, my personal opinion is that a lot of the SNL humor is like really, really like, I don't know how the type of humor, what would you call it? Like, I don't know the difference between slapstick and what do you call it? Deadpan. I think deadpan is kind of like where you use a certain expression, whatever, to be funny or whatever. But I don't know different types of humor, but I do know that a lot of the humor at SNL, it's like it could be a little cringy sometimes. Like, oh, that's funny, but it's not like that funny.
Ricky, I don't mean to interrupt, but Reverend R just said, "What is this? A vertical stream? Do you have the things? Is that mobile on the far left versus what we're looking at now? Because I think people are looking at a different, configuration."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're looking at over the how do I call it? The weekend or something. StreamYard came out with this new thing. It's called like something resolution streaming, and what it basically is it's like it says oh man, I don't even know if I could fix it now. Basically what it is it's a thing. It's called multi-aspect ratio streaming, right? And multi-aspect ratio streaming, it'll basically show it'll say, do you want to stream in vertical or horizontal? And it asked me, and it said, do you want to do vertical or horizontal? And my first intuition was to hit horizontal, right? But I knew that some people watch this on their phone, and I was like, okay, some people watch this on their phone, and I was like thinking maybe vertical streaming would be good to do. And what do you call it? StreamYard recommended that I do vertical and horizontal streaming. And so I didn't really truly know what to do. This is the first time I've ever seen multi-aspect ratio streaming, and it appears that the vertical streaming is annoying to some people because Revan R is like, what's this? Vertical stream? Revan R, can you confirm that you do not like vertical stream? If you confirm that you do not like vertical stream, I'll only do horizontal stream. I don't know how this stream looks to you guys on your phone. I don't watch anything on my phone unless I'm sitting on a toilet. Like, I hate viewing things on the phone. The computer, I'm totally addicted to seeing things on the computer. Why? Because it's a much bigger screen. Like, who wants to look at something, a little tiny screen? But I'm aware that not a lot of people own a computer or have a big computer or whatever. So I totally get that, Oh, man, it looks like Cowboy Dan took like some Adderall or something. He's commenting like crazy.
More like meth.
Yeah, probably some meth, yeah. Let's see. Canada was on World War II almost 7 years before the U.S. You're welcome. You think the U.S. gave a crap about the Holocaust? They only got involved because of Pearl Harbor. That is true. Let's see. Revenar, vertical stream is bad since you cannot see the chat log.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the same thing. That's what it looks like on the left-hand side of when you're doing StreamYard, and that's how it comes out.
Let me ask you this, Revenar. Can you see the comments now that I have chose to put show comments on the stage? Can you now see the comments on the vertical stream? And I'm sorry for everybody who has to listen to this. I know there's people on the podcast that are like, hey, can you just spare the technical difficulty shit?
Yeah. It's covering Slytherin's face, but it's okay.
Yeah, but you know what? It's only covering Slytherin's face today. It doesn't have to cover his face all the time. Yeah. And if I want, I can make it cover your face, Benji. See?
Oh, no! Fuck you!
I could make myself big. Yeah, I'm big. Yeah. You know, or I can just show my beautiful face.
Slytherin and I have the best backdrops.
Yeah, or I could put all of us on the left and then have a big fucking gray screen there for people can't look at anything.
But Ricky, before we forget, we got to tell them what the Saturday Night Live thing was all about, because I think I need to remind people.
Yes, why don't you tell them what it was about, Benji?
Okay, so last Thursday, I get a phone call from one of the stage directors from Saturday Night Live, because their studios are, located pretty close here to me in Manhattan. So they asked me if they can rent some of my dolls in the showroom, because they need to do a shoot for this weekend's, or was this past Saturday's episode, and they wanted to do something about dolls. They didn't tell me all the details, but anyway, they said, well, before we consider it, can you send us some pictures? So I sent them some pictures of the dolls that I had in the showroom, and they said, do you have one with smaller breasts? They first asked if I had an ebony one, which I do. All right. And then I said, I have an ebony one, an Asian, and I have 2 Caucasians. And they're like, oh, really? That sounds great. And then, so I really thought that they wanted to pick up some dolls, and I was going to charge them a good amount of money to do this last minute. But unfortunately, they passed, and it looks like they went with instead. I just saw the skit that they did with the dolls, and they look like they're mannequins. And it looks like there's possibly one sex doll in there. Now, what was the title of the thumbnail for the Saturday Night Live skit, Ricky? So they could look it up themselves on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm going to find that out.
Yeah. But, yeah, and I watched it, and I didn't know. Did you think it was funny, Ricky? I don't know. The skit they did on Saturday Night Live, they used the, I think, American dolls. The whole premise of the skit was something about getting a life-size doll, and I don't know if they were trying to make fun of men in this for getting the doll. I didn't quite really pay attention to it that much.
Yeah, I thought basically what they're doing is they're just making what SNL always does. They come up with these corny little skits, and this one's called American Girl Doll XL, and then it says -SNL. So yes. For anyone who wants to look up, just look up American Girl Doll and then put a space and then put XL. So American Girl Doll space XL. And you'll be able to find it on YouTube easily. And it's basically just a skit about like some women who grew up with American Girl Doll when they were younger. And then when they got older, now they have a life-size Barbie for their like 5 to 6 foot tall new adult women selves. So it's like, oh, I used to have American Girl Doll, but now I have a doll that's my size. And basically what ends up happening is like it's women talking about these dolls and how these dolls are very, very similar to how girls look at Barbie, right? Like they had the judge Barbie and they have nurse Barbie and they have these different professions that Barbie has. But in this case, these adult women are saying, this is my adult-sized Barbie. Like, this one has a very strong chin. Very man-like, the one in the thumbnail. And, they're talking about their American Girl Doll XL, which is like my life-size Barbie for career women. And then all of a sudden, these guys show up at this place and started talking about how they like the dolls too, and it's sexual. So you got to watch it. I'm not gonna provide any spoilers or anything like that. But anyway, yeah, Benji. One of the things that really stuck out to me that you said they rejected your dolls because of the fact that the breasts were too large. To me, I thought that was silly, and also in the realm of like Paul says, we never miss an opportunity to talk about the childlike dolls, right? How come when we're talking about childlike dolls, all women have big breasts, but when it comes to talking about these XL American dolls, no, we don't want these women to have big breasts. We want them to have tiny breasts like a child, and that's okay. Like, what's the deal with that?
So you know what's interesting, Ricky? After looking at this skit and I saw how they used the dolls and the positions they were in and everything, and I thought to myself, they would have definitely probably fucked them up somehow, because they first, they would probably have tried to stand them up alone, and they would have tipped over, and they had to put different outfits on them, and they probably would have stained it. So I don't know. Maybe it was a good thing that this didn't happen. I don't know.
And also, like, you could see in this video, like, they move the joints around for the dolls, and I was wondering, how did they do that? Did they like have somebody grab it and move it like an action figure in an old action figure commercial where you would see them grab G.I. Joe and be like, yeah, he has karate chop action, and you could see like the person's hands physically moving, like,
Right.
And maybe they just like cropped out that part, because you could see the mannequin like moving its hands like back and forth and stuff like that. And I'm like, how did they do that? Did they do stop motion or what?
It looked like they used really high-end fashion retail mannequins. For the most part, it looked like maybe one could have been a sex doll, or at least the head of a sex doll, or some cheap sex doll, or something like that. But they looked like they looked better, more realistic than the mannequins you would like find like in a store, like a much higher end than that, just because of the joints that were able to move, and just the just the look on it itself. But that's for you guys to take a look at on your own, and then get back to us in the comments. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about that skit.
Let's see. Solo Sword says on the doll forum, I just read that Everard just passed from the Big C. He was in some Real Dolls interviews. He was a regular guy like us, but he blazed the path for us to follow. On the doll forum. Okay. Everard, I guess he just died from the Big C. What is the Big C?
Cancer?
Oh, from the Big.
Is that the guy from Spain?
Oh.
Who's Everard? Never heard of him.
Huh. Yeah, I've never heard of him. But I don't know. That doesn't mean he's not important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very strange. I'm sorry to hear that. All right. So, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that it's very, very weird. It, like, that contradiction of, like I said, when it comes to, like, whether dolls are of age or not, it's only dolls with big boobs that are of age, unless it's on SNL. Then small boobs means it's okay because the dolls look like they're from the 60s or 70s before milk had hormones and steroids that make little girls hit puberty early and made a lot of women have giant breasts like they didn't have before. And like people now are like, what the hell? Like, this woman looks like a circus freak. It's like, oh, it must be all the chemicals in the milk. Let's put more chemicals in the milk. This is good for everybody. I was telling Terry about that. I was like, it's weird. Like, we treat in only some cases, like, and I think with SNL it's very strange, but in most cases, women and men love big boobs because women like to admire them and wish that they had them, and men look at big boobs like, yes, I get to play with big boobs. So it's like, I think a lot of people love big breasts, and I just think it's very strange that SNL is so afraid to offend women with small breasts by making the dolls have big breasts, because when you see a skit like that where the guys in the skit are admiring the dolls, you would think that, you know, it would be funnier if the dolls had big breasts, because then you would know why the guys are admiring the dolls, because it's kind of a stereotype that all guys like big boobs, but in reality, not all men do like big breasts. It's far from that. I think we just don't talk about it, because then people might think that it's weird that you like small breasts. But I remember reading a thing one time that said that, and I don't know how true this is or not. I remember reading some things saying that like men who have more money prefer small breasts, and guys who are in poverty prefer bigger breasts or something. And I was like, what? What's the connection there? That doesn't sound right. I'm gonna have to see if I can find something that supports that, because to me that sounds a little bit wacky. I don't know if that's true or not. But anyway, I'm gonna go with it's not true for now. But anyway, Benji, let's talk about the next podcast here.
Yes.
And thank you guys. You guys have been really professional tonight. I love that. Let's look at this next little podcast that we were talking about before this stream, right? And let's see where that one is. Here it is.
So give a quick intro to just to catch up so people understand this. So again, this is a podcast that I was talking about before that I just discovered that was made 2 months ago, talking about the New York showroom and making fun of guys that are into dolls and stuff like that. So that's what it is about to watch. So,
and now, like in the way that I look at this, Benji, you might feel a little bit more attacked because it's yours and Hank B's showroom. So you might feel a little bit attacked, like, oh, these people are making fun of me. They're making fun of my operation. But I'm looking at it from the content creator's point of view, right? Like, you're not really a content creator. Is that correct?
I'm not a content creator, but what I'm offended by is that they could have been much more creative in their approach. All right. And now it's not like, again, offended, me personally and the business and the operation. That's not what it is about. It's about just making fun of dudes that are into this in general. That's what that's what kind of pissed me off a little bit. But also, it was like, if you want to make fun of them, then do it in a funnier way. Like, there's so many other things that you can do, to make fun of this hobby.
Okay. Now, the reason why I say that to you it might not be funny is because you felt attacked a little bit. And so for me, I'm looking at it from the outside in. This isn't my showroom, so I don't really care that much if somebody's talking negatively about it. At this point, I like the fact that the showroom's getting attention. So, before I was telling you, like, hey, look, like the showroom, it seems to be getting attention from a lot of people, but it's not making the kind of sales that we want to see. It's not, it's not churning out doll sales left and right like we want it to be. But what I do think is good is that there's a good amount of people who are starting to take notice of it. Now, whether that's good or bad is going to show in the long run. And I think it's only going to be a good thing. I think the only thing that could possibly be bad is if, like, the location that you're at is like, oh no, we don't want this here anymore. That's the only thing that I think could be good. But everything else around it, I actually kind of like, just because it's better to be talked about than to not be talked about. It, like, getting started, any kind of attention, I think, is good attention. Because really, like, what's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can really happen here is, like, where you're at is going to be like, hey, we don't like this, get out of here, and you're going to have to find a new place. It's not like something catastrophic, like what happened to catdoll.us is going to happen, where people from 3-letter agencies kick down the door, and then you're like, oh, what happened? What did I do wrong? Don't kick my dog, like, don't do that. It's not going to be like that. It's not going to be a catastrophe. So I think any publicity is good publicity right now. And it's funny because if you look at a lot of ways that things get big over time, that not all of them have the same path. I was watching a video the other day on, it was like on bowling, and they were talking about the different paths that professionals took to get into the PBA, the Pro Bowling Association. And you could see like some people were bowlers from the time that they were young, like 2 or 3 years old. And then you saw some people who didn't start bowling until they were like in their late 20s, like myself, and they became professionals. And you see these different paths that people take and different paths that businesses take to get to the top. And maybe this is one of those paths that it's like, well, this isn't the same path that I took. I took the social media route, but that's not the only way to get to where you're going in business. It's just absolutely not the only way to get there. I was talking with my friend earlier, and she was talking about how, you know, she makes skeletons and she poses skeletons and stuff like that, and makes these skeleton statues out of like dead rattlesnakes, rabbits, gophers, chipmunks, giraffes. She has a giraffe skeleton for $5,000 or whatever, and that she like articulated, and it's like this beautiful skeleton, and she said it would normally sell for like 12,000, and she's like marked it down. And anyway, what I wanted to say is that, you know, she says the way this other competitor who makes these same skeletons as me, the way that they got big was what they did was they started off by just cleaning skulls and sending them back. So like, let's say you shoot a deer, you send the skull in, they clean it, and then they bleach the bone of the skull, and then send the skull back to you, and you get to put that skull on your desk and be like, yep, I shot that deer, you know, it didn't stand a chance because I shot it with a gun from really far away, you know. And then people are like, oh, impressive, oh, so masculine, right? And you're like, yeah, I'm such a manly dude, you know, like, hey, nothing wrong with that. Hunting, as long as you ate it, nobody gives a shit, right? And that's good. You just don't want to kill something just for sport. That's not right. Anyway, so what I'm saying is she's talked about how this business got big, and now they've got a museum with whale skeletons and big like giraffe skeletons, other big animal skeletons like rhinos and shit. Wow, amazing. How did they start? By cleaning skulls. Wow, that's not a really big venture to clean a skull and make it look clean and send it back to the customer. And then from there, they started selling full skeletons, and now they've even got a little person skeleton, like a real human midget skeleton in their place, because they got licenses and they're certified with different things, and they could do that kind of cool stuff now, right? And this is one of those paths that you might just be taking, where you start off not making any freaking sales for a year or two. Yep. And you know, and people are just going to talk about you, and then eventually it's just going to get big, and then you're going to forget about me, you know?
No, I'll never forget about you, Ricky. You'll always be part of it.
I'll always remember you.
Yeah. Don't forget about you, yeah.
When you're shitting on your golden toilet, selling your AI robots. Okay, anyway, but Benji, let's show this podcast.
Yeah,
We made people wait long enough.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're going to try to limit today's live stream to just like an hour and a half, because we need to focus on listing some products. So I'm sorry about that, guys, but we need to focus on making money right now. So it's really, really important so that we continue to stay around to make this podcast. And I think you guys will understand that we really need to focus on working. And the podcast, it really doesn't make us money like we kind of thought it did. Like every now and then we'll make a random sale, which is good. But for the amount of hours we pour in, we really need to focus on listing products right now. And that's why I'm going to cut the live stream down short. Instead of making one live stream a week, which would piss a lot of people off and make a lot of people sad, I'm going to do 2 podcasts a week, but they're just going to be a little bit shorter. It's going to be a little bit more bite-sized for people who like to watch a podcast, a little bit more focused on dolls. That's what we really want to aim for. We want to make this professional. We're starting to get 20 to 30 viewers in a live stream at one time, which is amazing. Amazing.
In the words of Jesse Lee Peterson, amazing.
I say that it's really important to talk about these things and keep it doll related, okay? Because before we had a lot of really random bullshit and it gets all crazy, and like, you know, you have to understand. I know some of you guys, you like to hear random topics, and stuff like that. But sometimes it just gets a little bit too off topic, right?
Yeah.
So let's try to be a little bit more focused. I know I don't have the best focus in the world. I know Slytherin doesn't have the best focus in the world. I know Benji says some dumb things sometimes. We're all going to try really hard, right, guys? We're going to try really hard to make this a better show, because the truth is that we have a truly, really great panel here. You know, like CJ548, I'm here for the bullshito. I understand that. And you know what? We're going to have some bullshito added in. It's just going to be mixed in, right? So just imagine it's like you're eating a beautiful bean and rice burrito with dog poopy mixed in.
El bullshito burrito.
But most of it's beans and rice, which is nourishing for your body, okay? But we're going to have some bullshito mixed in, okay? So some Japanese Shiba Inu poopy or something, right?
Some shiitake mushrooms, shit cake mushrooms.
Shit cake mushrooms. But it's going to be mostly good, nutritious content, okay? And we'll still do some funny stuff. All right. Real Cowboy Dan, people are going to bang dolls, Ricky, but over an hour of talking about banging dolls, you need the crazy, mark my words. I know we need some crazy, Cowboy Dan, and I know we need you in here every now and then. But I got to be really careful not to just make this about all side topics all day, right? There's got to be a main topic at hand for people to want to watch. So let's see. He says, if you steal my pedo milking farm, I will be upset. I was going to make sure you got the contract for the dolls. I'm your ally, but you fail to realize the power and the glory. What? Okay, before he was talking about pedos could use child dolls as an outlet for the misguided urges. I've talked about that before, but Congress didn't see it that way, and the representatives didn't see it that way. All right. We could also set it up that they live in specialized communities that have milking apparatus for stem cell collection. Now, that's really crazy. All right. I saw a stupid MILF today with over 100 on live. Even if you F a doll, can you really talk about humping the dolls? Guys don't talk about actual puss that much. Blackbeard, that's the only live chat show we could talk about dolls. True. All right, so Benji, now we're going to start this. This is a video on YouTube. It's called Sex Doll Testing by Dave and Chuck the Freak. Now, when I saw this, I thought it was going to be like how you perceive this, Benji. It's going to be a bunch of people being stupid, making dumb jokes like SNL, and making fun of people who run the sex doll showroom. And when I actually saw it, I thought that it was actually pretty funny. And that's because I'm not involved. I know you're like, I know, like Clint Eastwood in what's that one? Gran Torino, right? It's like, like that face. Get off my lawn, you know, that type of thing, right? That's how Benji feels. But I'm looking at it from the outside in, going, ha 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 ha, with my Kamala Harris laugh, right? Okay, but let's start it and let's show little clips, and we got to stop it every now and then so that it looks like we're commenting, right? Fair use agreement, such and such, Slytherin, our lawyer, fair use, etc. All right, let's start. Chuck the Freak peeps.
Apparently in New York, there's now a secret shop where you can test out sex toys before you buy them.
Yes.
Specifically, those high-tech synthetic sex dolls.
Very nice.
You pay a $50 deposit.
Oh, my God.
And you walk in. There's
those eyes aren't right.
Oh, they're not.
Those eyes are crooked.
All right, so they're showing Benji's showroom here with a doll that's standing up, and it's notoriously hard to get the eyes to face the correct direction. Now, everybody can hear this correctly, right? They can hear it well?
Now, they're commenting, just for reference, they're commenting on the New York Post article and online, and that there's some pictures of the dolls displayed in the showroom that they're commenting on. So you guys know
Benji, I didn't even realize that they were reading the New York Post article. So that New York Post article actually echoed out and got attention from a podcast.
Yes, exactly. That's what I said. Said this is all because of the New York Post article. That's why.
Damn, that's cool. And here it says the Strange Showroom and its companion website, dollsyoucoulddtouch.com, is the brainchild of Benji, a 45-year-old entrepreneur who spoke to the Post on condition of anonymity. Okay, let's continue the video.
Like, I mean,
Well, they're not
that's-
putting the best stuff out for testing.
No, I guess not.
Right?
I guess not.
Probably factory rejects or that kind of thing.
How far can I take this test, though? Am I just allowed to squeeze it and stuff?
Well, these are the ones that cost $3,000 a piece. They have 12 different models on display, each one 75 pounds of heavy silicone or more skin-like materials called thermoplastic elastomer. They're lounging on sofas and chairs in their best lingerie.
But Benji, they're not all 75 pounds. These guys are just kind of like general.
You know what it is? The writer of the article was a little bit mixed up, so that's what they were looking at. Yeah, and whatever, it's close enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Got ya. All right, let's keep going. Okay. So in this picture, it shows a doll sitting on the sofa in the middle, and she's kind of leaning forward a little bit with her feet on the ground, and there's a doll next to her kind of leaning back, and her feet are completely off the ground. All right.
One is an XT and one is a Star Perry for reference.
All right.
It looks like that one's taking a dump.
Your girl's on the left, Chuck.
Yeah, that's definitely Chuck's lady. Yeah, Cindy Sweeney ain't for you, but this big one over here.
Cheesy pizza. Huh?
Your girl's on the left.
Lisa knows me well. Yeah. She's just giggling over there.
She's killing herself.
She did. I love a lady with her both feet up. Can't even touch the ground. Yeah.
A little bit of a midsection
Uh-huh.
fupa, if you will.
It's a wild choice, you know?
Benji, does this irritate you a little?
No, that part wasn't. That part doesn't offend me. I thought that was kind of funny too.
Okay,
like,
I was gonna say I thought that was like hilarious.
No, that part that was fine. That was kind of funny. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't look like she's taking a dump.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. That's like the highlight of the video.
Benji, you should do that. Like, actually, you find a toilet somewhere and just like put a toilet in the showroom just to do that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If people that have a scat fetish, maybe like for those German customers.
Exactly, because I mean, you gotta cater to every type of like fetish out there, and you might as well.
I want my brown showers.
But it's not all about poop, Benji. Like sometimes they could just be like, "Oh, it's my girlfriend." Like I've always wanted the fantasy of talking to my girlfriend while she's taking a pee. You know, some guys are into pee. You know.
Yeah, and if you want to urinate, you just got to push her back up to the seat, and you could just piss right between her legs.
Like some guys, I mean, I'm not into it, but I'm sure there's lots of guys out there who would love for a hot girl to pee on them. You know?
Oh
Yeah. Not my thing. Not my
they could
thing.
stimulate golden showers for dolls. That would be great.
But I'm sure there's a lot of guys who would love the feeling of a warm stream hitting their chest, laying back in a cold bathtub, looking at some girl's boobies as she smiles down on him.
After she eats asparagus.
Oh, God. Oh.
Hank B says these poses are the result of customers asking us to constantly pose them. All right.
Yep.
Now, let's continue with the podcast.
To build.
Yeah. To go for a test drive.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
man.
some are into that, right? I
Sure.
guess you gotta have
I mean, it's all
things
bodies, all
represented.
kinds of bodies.
Yeah.
The Strange Showroom and its companion website, dollsyoucantouch.com,
Ooh, okay.
is the brainchild of a 46-year-old entrepreneur. He's been leading tours at the shop. The location he will only reveal to customers when he vets you.
Yeah.
Got to look into your background and stuff before he lets you into his sex doll shop.
I see.
You sign a non-disclosure agreement saying you won't spill the beans about the location.
Okay.
This guy said that one of his dolls he couldn't keep because the breasts were too big, couldn't get around his studio apartment.
Stuff. You gotta know, like
Tight spaces.
get it through
the
the
these
door.
tits are taking up too much space.
You even imagine.
And cups.
And
Now, Benji, did you actually get a return from one of your customers for that reason?
that was me they're talking about.
Oh, okay.
That was me. That's in the article.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it N cups as in like Niagara? Or...
And that's Niagara, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
This
Dang,
was a
dude.
150. It was a 150 N cup one, which was it was like a thin body with like toned legs, all right, and like a hard stomach, like and big ass boobs. It was just very disproportionate.
Oh, is it the one you used to have back in the day?
Yes,
Oh, your muscle, yeah, doll.
she wasn't really muscle, just the bottom part was.
She was an
I thought
ab.
she had a 6-pack.
She did, but it wasn't like the muscle dolls that pictures that I showed you, Ricky. I don't know if you saw the other one. Remember,
Dude, you're hilarious, Benji, because like you're like, oh, she just had a 6-pack, but she wasn't muscular.
Wait, did you have what they called the cum gutters? That little V on the abs.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, they you know what? There's like a few different factories that make this doll. AF doll makes it. There's I forgot. There's two other ones that have the same sculpt.
Dude, this is so funny. All right, let's continue. Last thing she said, M cups.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what's wrong with you? You know, I mean,
everything. He got into sex dolls in about 4 or 5 years ago after breaking up with his girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what happens.
And deciding dolls filled his needs better than dating apps. His thing was to go for prostitutes, but then prostitutes got too expensive. His first artificial girlfriend was Gabby, that dark-skinned brunette.
Oh, that's
that
her.
one. That was his first.
That was
Gabby.
the N cup lady.
Is that
Doll.
N?
I don't
Well,
know.
I don't know. It said it in the story. I don't know if that's
There's
her, though.
another one down there that had huge knockers.
The one he couldn't fit in his little apartment.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, you gotta like the one in the background there. Like those things are.
She's holding them up.
Gazongas, you know.
This one has a necklace that says whore.
There's a necklace that says whore.
Yeah, it does. They're actually, and unfortunately, one of the customers that came in that wants to do parties and everything, this girl, she saw it and she wanted it so bad.
Oh.
There was a whore and cum dumpster necklace. There was a cum dumpster on the other one. And then she took it. So yeah, Hank B got a little pissed off that I sold it. She wanted it so badly, and she was a chick, and I couldn't say no. You know.
So Benji, for the whore and cum dumpster necklace, can we still like replace those? Can we buy them or no?
Yeah, you could buy them like on Amazon. I'm sure they're pretty easy to get. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I could see how there's probably a market out there for girls that want to wear a necklace that says whore and cum dumpster. You know,
there is big time. I'm surprised.
Yeah, they're called whores and cum dumpsters.
Oh, but don't you dare call them that in public.
My provider has a necklace and it says slut on it, and I didn't realize until I went out with her to have some dinner. I took her out to dinner, and I asked her to please put the necklace in her shirt because I was embarrassed, like. Walking around with her, going, the waiter, looks at her and sees this slut, and it just doesn't look classy.
And is this one of the girls doing the study or something?
No, this is my provider, Ricky.
Oh, is she the one who?
She has a slut necklace. Yeah, she has a necklace.
She's the one. Oh, your provider's the one who got the necklace.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like, no, my provider. I haven't seen her for almost a year. But when I see her, she has a necklace that says slut. So when I go out with her in public, I tell her to hide the slut necklace because it's embarrassing.
I understand now. Okay. Yeah. Hank B. Freaking Benji sold my necklaces without my permission.
Yeah.
Well, dude, how about the next time we all hang out together, Hank B. And with Benji, we can beat him mercilessly.
You could beat me with a doll titty.
Yeah, like a certain scene in The Boys for people who have seen it, where the fans meet up with them. Anyway, let's not give anything away there for people who need to see The Boys, because the season finale, I think, is coming out in 2026, 2 years after the last season. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue forward. This is actually pretty funny so far.
Yeah,
I'm wondering where the offensive part, the part that offends doll owners, is going to come, because so far this has been pretty funny.
It'll get to it.
All right, let's go.
As they should. It's just a weird thing. Like, so you are kind of like, oh, that's the court.
It's the ginger Asian for
Yeah.
court.
I mean, it's kind of.
Did you say New York City?
That's where it's at.
Yeah. Hello Kitty shirt.
Some come with vibrating body parts. One has freckles, and with the click of a switch, she can warm up to 98 degrees.
That's nice.
Another one has an articulating tongue. One so realistic.
That's for court.
Articulating tongue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. That's right. Backdoor court.
Yeah.
He likes them to
Takes a
articulate
seat,
his backside.
Yeah.
Just doing a little articulating.
Yeah. Oh my God.
With a sex doll?
I can't even honestly.
imagine
I can't
walking
even
in on
imagine
that?
someone is caught.
Oh my God.
Someone is caught with an articulating
Hovering over
Yes.
an articulating sex doll.
Oh my
tongue.
God.
Okay, this part isn't that funny, but let's keep going.
Yeah. Basically,
Oh man.
Dear Lord.
To me,
What, Benji?
I was just gonna say what he's saying is hovering over a girl's tongue while it's vibrating because I have a moving tongue on one of the. So you could get a rim job. That's what he's.
Okay. He's talking about that tongue function where it vibrates down and up, down to up.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. And
where
then
Slytherin's laughing Slytherin's laughing because he made that little video with Rap God playing the audio of Rap God playing over that, and it looks like the doll's rapping. All right, let's go.
Me, that's like worse than banging it. It's worse than
If a sex doll is licking your butthole,
Oh my
yes,
God.
that is worse than banging it.
Holy cow.
Teach their own.
I mean, I will say, eventually they're all going to be able to do all of it because they're going to move around.
Right.
They're going to be, you're going to say, you have a couple claps and the thing gets up and starts performing.
There are so many realistic features, including the soles of one doll's feet features calluses.
Oh, yeah. You like it rough, down there when you bang it. When you bang.
It like reminds me of like somebody who has a doll working in the garden, like landscape or something. Oh my God! All right, it's like hard labor, Barbie.
Bang those feet.
What?
Yeah, you know it. You know it. Yeah, they're banging feet, dude. You're banging feet
on your wiener.
Think about a lot of the fetish stuff can be, I believe, taken care of with dolls.
Yeah. Lisa, you appear to have a question. What is it?
So
Yes.
you're sharing these dolls.
This guy is, yeah.
For
he likes
testing.
For testing.
He's kind of
So
a doll cuck.
If the butt thing happened and then you get it after, that's pretty gross.
Oh my God! So that doll,
Pretty
you
sure
go
you
into
smell
test,
it.
Chuck.
Yeah.
It's after court has tested.
Okay, Benji, here's the thing that I was like, what is this really Benji's place? When they were talking earlier about the testing, I was like, what's the whole deal? Where did they get the idea that you could like test the doll?
They did not read the article thoroughly, right? They just skimmed over it. And it says like there's a few things. It says your pants stay on. There's no sexual activity. It said that in the article, okay?
Uh-huh.
And it said that you can squeeze, probe the orifices, and test it that way. The way they refer to testing is fucking it, which is not true. And that's why I wish they didn't read the whole article. They just skimmed over it. That's why.
Yeah, it's like bad journalism, right?
It is.
Okay. Yeah, I had to say that. And then Hank B says the website clearly says no sexual activity too.
And the article clearly said it too, and they didn't say that. And that's why I'm glad that I forgot about this part. I know there was something that was bothering me. And this was a big thing because they made it out to testing as if you get to fuck it, and yeah, it's not true.
And Scary Terry says you get to be a doll cuck Benji.
Oh yeah, God, I'm already a regular.
It's our 2025 clearance event. Come on down and test fuck a new 2026.
We gotta get the models out of here. We gotta make room for the 26s. Come on down.
Yeah.
Make your appointment to test fuck today.
So Benji,
Yeah.
if you're gonna be a doll cuck, you have to be professional about it, and you have to wear that little like penis cage over while you like sit in the corner of the room. You know, the little penis cage that won't let your penis get bigger than a certain size before it causes you tremendous pain.
Or do I wear one of those ball gags too that go over my mouth so I can't
Dude,
talk?
you can wear whatever you want as long as you wear that little painful metal penis cage.
Okay.
Wear a little,
Deal.
a little
Deal.
dunce cap that doesn't say dunce, it says cuck on it.
Cuck, yeah. Cuck cap. The cuck cap.
I haven't seen this part of the podcast yet, so let's play it.
You make out with it.
Oh my God, Lisa, wait.
There's worse things out there.
Yeah, that's the darkest
This
thing
is
you
the show
come
we
up
do.
with.
You were talking about this. This is what we're talking about
Okay.
right now.
Holy hell! So that tongue that Chuck is licking has been up
I'm
Court's
just
feet
saying, you have
hole.
a place like this. This is what
If
can
you
happen.
don't-
It's disgusting.
Guys, if you don't think this guy, like court leaves,
it's so gross.
and this guy goes and sucks face with that thing, if you don't think that that's what's
I'm
happening,
making out with these.
this guy is a doll. He's a doll cuck, guys. He's a cuck
Oh, so he
that
likes.
can't get a real woman. So what do? You get your dolls, and then you have other men come in. He probably goes in and is like, Natasha.
Oh no, Benji! I hope doll cuck doesn't stick with you as like your professional title. That's not
Oh
good.
God.
That's
No, dude, they ain't naming me that. You can't be doll master and I'm doll cuck. Come on.
Then people are gonna think that we're in the same room doing stuff together.
Come on.
with dolls.
We're like Batman and Robin, but
You're Robin.
You're Robin. I'm Batman.
Yeah, Paul he loves Robin. Like Robin's his favorite character. So Paul might try to take that away from you.
Yeah, to the Black Cave.
Holy butthole, Robin. I mean, holy butthole, Batman.
All right, let's go. Let's see what else they have to say.
Did you like he's talking to them?
Ew.
You know,
Did
like
you like
did
Court's
you like
backside?
what you did to Court?
And
You
then
know?
he cleans
Oh
him
my
up,
gosh.
right?
No, I
Yeah,
don't know.
he cleans them up. He
I would hope
empties
so.
them out.
No,
not what you're
Not-
thinking.
you get
No,
back in the dark.
Right. No, I know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
He licks him clean.
Yep.
His articulating tongue.
Yep.
Wait,
I mean-
his?
After you.
Oh, him.
After
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. After you. I think
Is
it's
that
clear.
him taking the picture there?
Oh, is
Probably,
it?
if we could zoom
Probably,
in.
yeah. If you could zoom in, you'll see it real sad.
Hank B wants to know if he's trying to make his voice sound sexy.
Okay, so let me before you play it back on. Now, for you podcast, for people listening to the podcast, what's going on right now is that he's showing a picture of one of the dolls that is wearing sunglasses, right? And I happen to take the picture of the doll wearing sunglasses, and they're zooming in to look at the reflection of me holding the phone, taking the picture of it and making fun of me. Look, he's a sad man. Look. And so you can see a little image of me if you look really closely into the lens of the sunglasses. And then listen to what they're saying. Listen.
Oh, okay. So this is the part where you think they're being offensive now.
Well, they're just assuming that I'm a loser.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, literally. Okay. Sorry. There we go. It's responding again. I was going to say my Windows said it's not responding for like half a second. But I was going to say, literally, you could take like almost any guy on planet Earth and show him and be like, oh, this guy looks like a loser. Like, unless the guy, as long as the guy's not like a 9 or a 10 out of 10, you could take like almost any guy and be like, oh, this guy looks kind of like a loser. Like,
Right.
even like if you showed, oh my God, like if you showed me or Slytherin, right? Like, we're not bad looking dudes, right? You like show any of us, you could be like, oh, that guy looks like a loser just because maybe I'm a little bit overweight, and just because maybe Slytherin has a ball cap, and you're like, oh, only people that have ball caps and are like that aren't confident, like only those people wear ball caps, or only guys who are like a little bit overweight are like losers, like Ricky. You know what I mean? Like, you could take anything and nitpick and make anybody look like a loser, in my opinion. In my opinion.
They're making doll owners look like losers. That's what my opinion is.
Yeah. In fact, like one of the little known techniques, I've never told anybody this before, but like one of the little known techniques that I use for myself, like if I'm talking to a beautiful woman, I'll pick one of her flaws and I'll just focus on that flaw. And like I'm talking to her, I'm like, hey, look, this is a human that I'm talking to. This isn't some god. You know, look at that nose. Oh my God, that nose is like terrible. The rest of her could be perfect, but the nose, oh, like example, Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock, when my dad pointed out, he's like, man, I used to think Sandra Bullock was like a goddess. And he's like, but then like somebody pointed out to me her nose, right? And ever since I like noticed her nose, now I'm like, oh, she's not that cute, you know? It kind of makes her look a little like Michael Jackson, you know? Is Sandra Bullock a beautiful woman? Yes, she is. In my opinion, she is. But you could use that little flaw to help you talk to her and say, hey, this is a normal person that I'm talking to, right?
Mhm.
And so, Benji, I wouldn't be offended by that at all. Like, I think you could show anybody, me, Moon Knight, Slytherin, yourself, and or Paul, and be like, oh, this guy looks like a loser. Just a little imperfections that we
Dude,
have.
I am so butthurt because of what these podcasters said about me, and it's very depressing. And I'm gonna just jump off the 50th floor tonight.
You won't do it.
And just splatter in front of the building because this has ruined my life, and I'm just a fucking butthurt over it. Oh God,
I'm gonna get a tissue because you're making me sad.
my ass is crying.
Use your doll's articulated tongue to help soothe your hurt butthole.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's the coolest thing. I never even thought about using the tongue for your butthole, but now that he mentioned it, that's a great idea. I always thought it was for oral. But hey, dude, she gives a good rim job. Why not?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Let's see. I was gonna say, I was just finding something really quick. All right, let's go back to this. Nandor 9, you could do a backflip off of her nose. No, I love Sandra Bullock. Okay, cool. Let's play the podcast. Let's see them attack Benji now.
Probably,
Zoom in.
yeah. If you can zoom in, you'll see a real sad
able to-
dude, right?
Oh my God, it's me.
Court.
Oh,
he's
Oh yeah, look at him. That's exactly what you expect.
It's the
Yeah.
only thing that makes sense to me, like why you'd come up with this. That you are a doll cuck.
And I guess he said prostitutes were expensive. So.
You can't even see Benji that like in that like reflection very well. So
Yeah, I'm holding the phone in front of my fucking face.
it's kind of stupid. It's like very hard to see Benji in the doll's eyes for those who are listening to the podcast and can't see it themselves. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
This one's on the bed back here.
And there's no way if I had one of these dolls, anyone else is allowed to touch it. You're not allowed to touch my dolls. Those are my dolls.
He owns one
But
probably.
if you're into it,
Take out test with that one over there.
I did.
Makeout test.
It had a sharp,
Really?
had a sharp odor to
Oh,
it.
that must just be the latex or whatever.
Oh wow.
It's a taste of court.
Yeah.
Get
Are you
yourself-
coughing up a hairball?
Oh, okay. All right. Oh,
I got the-
okay.
I don't know what
All
the-
right. Jesus.
He's
Lord.
hairless, remember? He's all
Jesus.
waxed
That's
up.
true. Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Is there anything more disturbing than imagining a man making out with one of these dolls?
No, there isn't.
Making out.
Imagining that man is me.
Yeah. And it's his beehole on her articulating tongue.
Yeah,
That's
there is
the
some-
worst
there
thing
is some
I could
but
ever
I'm-
imagine.
but-
Oh, so they were talking about that butt play. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, they clarified it right there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. I had to comment or else it's not fair use. All right. Fair use.
It is disturbing.
No,
because
I cannot imagine like you begin to kiss it. I can't, but you know that guys are doing it.
Definitely.
They're putting their tongue in that plastic mouth.
They're not.
Yeah, man.
Don't go to the used doll place.
Oh, no, Benji, I'm going to clarify this. They're talking about when they go to your showroom, they're saying that people are going to your showroom and they're sticking the tongue in the mouth. Because
Yes.
they think that people are allowed to test the doll sexually with their tongue, with their penis, and none of that is true. And I think everybody here knows that. But I want to also clarify, like for general doll purposes and for people who have dolls in their home that use the doll's mouth, most people, like 99% and above of guys who do stick the dolls, do stick their tongue in the doll's mouth, they do not use that head for oral sex. So I just want to clarify that. I don't know if everybody knew that, But there are some people like Turd Flinging Monkey, who's a big advocate of dolls and who's a MGTOW content creator who's been kicked off of YouTube multiple times and off other platforms. And he would talk about how he never uses his doll's head for oral sex. He only uses the head for sticking his tongue inside the doll's head. So you can also have two heads, like one head that you use for oral, and hopefully you don't install them at the same time because there's not a way to do that. But, you know, unless you're having some kind of weird, like, what are those two conjoined twins, Bridget and Midget or something? I forget their names. Bridget and Janet or something. I don't know. But I'm saying that most people do not use the same head for oral and use that head for making out with a doll. So they're making it sound like you're going to be lapping up your own man seed from the mouth of the doll. Like, that's not what most people do who have a doll. So with that being said, let's go forward in the podcast.
People aren't realizing what's happening.
What? In all the years, we've never seen that.
Right.
What?
Like a man
making out with a sex doll?
Oh, God.
I don't know if I want to.
I don't know I don't know if
I don't-
you make out. I think they're just banging them probably.
That's why I feel like it's.
Oh, no.
I don't want to see this.
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure.
don't.
That's just all what they. Oh my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Dear Lord.
My goodness.
Almighty. Whoa. My goodness. Oh my damn.
Yep. But you don't see a lot of the kissing.
Oh, he's just.
Oh, he's.
I feel like every time I start playing this podcast, our viewership goes up. Like, I think people really love the sound of this guy's voice. So maybe him making his voice sexy does work for viewership. Maybe that's why he does it. All right.
I don't think that's the reason.
Really? Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, Wee Wee Juice says they assume they will use Benji for oral when they go to the showroom. And what do you call it? Scary Terry says Paul said y'all can be Buttman and rubbing instead of Batman and Robin. I don't mind being Buttman. That's pretty cool. Like, with my superpower having like what is it called? Brazilian butt, whatever. Butt lift or whatever, BBL. All right, Hank B, it's basically deformation saying there's sexual activity. We should send a strongly worded cease and desist letter. Oh, so now Hank B is upset because it's defamation.
You know what?
He said
let them think that there's sex going on. Maybe it'll get more popular that way, and people will like really be interested.
Okay, so I read it wrong. I'm sorry. Hank B didn't say it's basically deformation. He said it's defamation.
Yeah.
So that's basically like saying bad things that aren't true about somebody. Yeah. So, okay, I understand that. All right. So let's go ahead and clarify. And also, Benji, while I'm here, I would like to let you all know, right? And hopefully you'll be okay with this. But if you're not okay with it, then you're just not okay with it. And I'm going to do it anyway. But what I wanted to do was say I would like to reach out to these people and kind of like clarify the situation with them. Now, whether that means me going on their podcast or them coming on this podcast and talking about it, I think that it will be a really good way to mix up the audiences and grab some of their viewership while also giving our people to them as so we're going to sacrifice our viewers to their podcast, you know.
Ricky, you could be the spokesman. If you want to contact them, go ahead, because you have an established channel. So I encourage you to do that, and you could drop my name.
We'll sacrifice them Aztec style, our viewers.
Yeah.
We'll sacrifice them Aztec style to Dave and Chuck the Freak, like in Apocalypto. Have you ever seen Apocalypto? That one scene?
Yeah.
With the pyramids? That was really cool. All right, we would choose after using a radioactive Piper doll, mild-mannered Ricky Adamas was mutated to have a perfect impervious af.
Impervious af. You got to say it with a lisp, the gay lisp.
Who doesn't want an impervious af?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm going.
Somehow he put a lisp on the word theft doll. Sex doll. All right. Let's go forward. They're almost done with their podcast. Let's go.
It's been caught.
Well, that's just a torso.
Yeah, she's gonna do the
Larry David over here.
Yeah.
Jesus,
wow.
God, I don't want to see
Oh,
Larry
man.
David bang a sex doll.
I do, kind of.
Ugh.
Be funny.
No, Lisa, that's...
There's if you man kissing sex doll in images, you'd see.
Oh, yeah. My God.
one.
God, she's just the worst today.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
He's like, I've nailed it.
Okay.
That's Chuck's doll over there.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a video. That's a video of him doing it, isn't it? That's on YouTube.
God, don't.
So
Oh,
now they're looking up a video of a guy making out with a doll. So,
And it's not me.
and it's not Benji. I want to clarify that because Captain Bob said maybe that was Benji earlier, and I said, okay, before I do that, before I tell everybody, oh hey, this is Benji, I had to ask Benji first, and Benji clarified that it was not him.
Yeah.
All right. So this is getting like a little bit kind of dry here. And I don't want to I don't want anybody to be like, okay, that's enough of this bullshit. We're only gonna go another like minute into this podcast really quick. Let's go.
Productively.
yeah.
Whoa,
Oh,
a
here
lot
you go.
going on here.
Here
What
you
is
go.
going
I
on?
know. Yeah. Like, be careful. Here.
Oh no!
Yeah, this is what I make Lisa watch. This is what I make Lisa watch. Look at that, Lisa. You knew.
Yeah, so this is really disturbing video with some dude making out with his doll. And the thing that made me think that this was probably not Benji, because when I looked at the guy's face, I was like, that looks like Benji. But then, like, one thing that kind of killed it for me was I didn't think that Benji had facial hair back then.
Yeah.
And also the other thing is this doll looks kind of like a Oompa Loompa. She's got like an orange tan skin.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that?
Very characteristic of like cheap dolls that are not made in a really professional facility.
Yeah.
Like this orange, I don't know if there's some kind of filter here, but this doll kind of looks like a Oompa Loompa. She's got like orangey tan skin. Like she's got like a Donald Trump kind of like tan skin, and that's not to be political, okay? But she's got like green hair. And I'm like, what? Why? Like only Oompa Loompas have orange skin and green hair. You know, so why does this doll look like kind of like a Oompa Loompa? And I never remember Benji having a doll that looked like this.
No.
So when I saw this doll, I was like, that doesn't look like the AF muscle doll. Like that actually, the one on screen looks like a silicone doll. So
I would never ever send a video of myself out there kissing a doll and to put out in the public. I would never do it.
yeah, I thought it was
Not even
weird.
for Klondike bar.
A Klondike bar.
What would I do for a Klondike?
Dude, I would
Put a
let
video like that out there.
I would let somebody doll cuck me for a Klondike bar.
Oh god.
Like I would willingly put on the little metal penis cage that would cause extreme pain when I had an erection, and for a Klondike bar. James Krause agreed. No, I don't know what James Krause. Oh, he says Nandor9. Anyone making out with anyone is nasty. James Krause says agreed. That is true. That is very true. The only thing that some people kind of get off on, a lot of guys get off on watching lesbians make out, you know, and for some other guys, they don't get off on it because they're like, well, that's a lesbian. She's never going to touch me. So, you know.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's more like a young guy kind of thing, right?
Yeah, lesbians don't do it for me.
Like now when I see women making out, it doesn't do that much for me. But when I was younger, like I'll be like, oh, cool, it's two girls making out. That's kind of cool. You know? Maybe I can join it. Huh?
I like when they scissor.
Yeah, I like when they scissor. Yeah. So I don't know how this podcast really ends, but that's okay. If people really want to watch it, they could go look for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was that? The Dave and Chuck sex doll thing?
Yeah. Ricky, I really do encourage you to contact them, and yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's called Dave and Chuck the Freak.
Yeah.
And then I forget what the title of that.
They had a whole professional studio. They probably their podcast, their audio podcast is probably bigger than their YouTube channel, most likely.
Yeah, the name of the video is called Sex Doll Testing.
Yeah.
And all of those words are separated by a space. Sex space doll space testing. by Dave and Chuck the Freak. Okay, so you want to look at that, you can watch that whole thing. We pretty much went over like 80 to 90% of that video. So that's cool. They had another video that says a funeral director steals sex doll from a year ago. And wow, these guys have been around for like 5 years. I see they have another one from 5 years ago called Sex Doll Battle. Weird.
Really?
So these
I
guys
see
have
that.
been around a while.
Yeah, it looks like it. I'm saying they have a professional studio. Look, they got, they got a like a technical director there. They got they got all the mics set up and everything with their earphones and professional microphones.
Yeah.
And look what James Krause says. They have a morning show on regular radio in Detroit.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Dude.
Real
Dude.
Cowboy Dan. I'm the most important part of this show. I always loved you guys. ABD, all you ever loved was the dolls. I gave you my heart, Ricky, my heart. Oh, thank you.
Hey, if you have a morning show, James Krause, why don't you interview Ricky or something like that for, I guess the producer probably wouldn't allow it.
And well, James Krause was saying that those guys have a radio show.
Those guys.
Chuck and Dave, the Chake and
Oh, I
Dove,
thought he said I have for a second. Yeah.
the Chake and Dove show.
Chicken Dove.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Chake and Dove. Speaking of Chake and Dove, I wonder if Volt has had any chicken fried dove steak yet. We'll have to ask him the next time. Have you had a fried chicken dove steak yet, Volt? That was the fun part of the stream. Now we're gonna just show some XT doll.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, we're gonna show some dolls now.
See some doll pussy.
Yeah. So we're getting kind of close to the end of the stream here. But you know what? That was fun. It was action packed.
That was
29 viewers in one time. Wow.
excellent.
I love that. I love the sign. It's not gloating. It's me being happy that people actually want to watch the show and they're kind of like getting something out of it,
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, we got an excellent new XT doll in here in the photo shoot. This is a XT doll, full silicone, 163 centimeter F cup. Amelia, Amelia. So it's a 163 centimeter F cup, not like the N cup that Benji was, that had it at one point. And what's crazy about that though is like what they were talking about. I mean, they have to I guess they call it satirizing or something. I don't know. They have to blow things up that are small details. They have to blow up into these make a big thing out of little thing kind of things, right? Like they didn't mention the fact that Benji had to get rid of his doll because he had a heart attack, because that would be funny.
You know why? Because that wasn't in the article, because that would have been a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
So that was not in the article. That's why they didn't say it.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying that wouldn't really be funny, right? Like, oh, he had to get rid of his doll because he had a heart attack. It's more funny to say he had to get rid of his doll because she had giant boobies and there was no room in his 100 square foot New York apartment. You know what I mean? Now, Benji's place isn't really 100 square feet. It's like actually 120, but you know what I mean, right?
Wait.
Yeah.
My place? My place is 400 square feet. My apartment is bigger than the showroom.
I know, Benji. I'm just playing with you, man. But it is, I don't know. I was just joking about that, but it is true that Benji hasn't used his oven in years, and he's subsisted on a diet of takeout and eat in at the restaurant food.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's how I socialize. I go to the diner, and then I socialize with all the seniors that hang out there all day, and they're like, "Oh, why are you leaving so early?" I'm like, I finished my dinner. I'm like, I got shit to do. They'll hang out there till closing.
Wow.
I have nothing else to do. They're seniors.
Benji leaves the breakfast table that he had his wonderful breakfast. He's like, I got shit to do. And then he goes to another restaurant and he eats lunch.
And then I walk the dog.
Walks the dog. And it's like the dog's like, hey, can you like take me one more walk around the building? He's like, no, I got shit to do. And then he goes to eat dinner somewhere.
I got shit to do. I got dolls to sell. I got customers to call. I got candles to make and eyeglasses to pack.
He leaves dinner. I was like, what? Why don't you stay for another drink? Yeah. They're like, no, I got shit to do. Goes home and turns on Fox News for 4 hours.
And then jerk off later. I always end the day with a good nut.
And then the news anchor is
He
like,
jerks off on Fox News.
I got Fox News on right now, but I'm going to change it to the football game, actually.
The news anchor is like, stick around because next we're going to share with you a new story about a dog that can do a backflip. And then Benji's like, no, I got shit to do. He like goes to Pornhub. He like gets the lotion bottle out.
Xvideo, xhamster.com.
Xhamster, yeah. You don't have to worry about all that crazy VPN stuff going on with Texas and Florida where they banned Pornhub here, so you have to go on a VPN if you don't want to sign up and make it.
Yeah, the new mayor wants to legalize prostitution, so I don't think they're going to ban Pornhub.
Are you saying Mamdani wants to make prostitution legal?
Yeah, that commie. Now I don't like that because
really
that means they're going to start taxing it and they're going to shut down like all the non-licensed ones because you're going to probably have to get licensed. So I prefer it not to be legal.
Really?
Yeah, because then what they'll do is that they'll tax the shit out of you, and like, are they going to control the pricing? Like I don't understand like how legal prostitution would even work. You know, I guess they have it in Europe, but you know.
Well, if they have something like that, they're gonna just do like they always do. If the girl gets caught doing it under the table, the guy's gonna get in trouble.
Oh, like always, because it's always the guy's fault for some reason, no matter what.
Well, yeah, you're the one who pressured her into doing it.
Exactly.
All right. Nandor9, no wonder his heart gave out. Yeah, of course, Nandor, his heart gave out because it's so big, you know? Nandor9, even the Chinese ones? I don't know. You know, I don't know how that would really go. I mean, a lot of people want prostitution to be legal, but I think Benji's right about it. I mean, they're going to tax it, right? They're not going to just...
Yeah, just like cannabis. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like a 15% tax on cannabis. So you pay for like $40, and then you fucking with tax and everything, it's like $52 or something. It's ridiculous.
It raises the price of weed, so a lot of people just buy illegal weed because they're
That's
like,
what I do. I get my weed from the bodega owned by the Yemeni Arabs that sell it illegally, tax free.
don't tell everybody, Benji, because then they'll go fuck it up for you.
Yeah, well, they don't know which one because almost every single bodega is owned by Yemenis anyway.
Okay, good. I don't want to ruin it for the good New Yorkers who need their weed cheap, you know?
Yeah.
Slytherin, that's a cause that we could get behind, right? I mean, I don't smoke a lot of weed, but I'm an advocate for people who want to do that. Blackbeard, I'm going to sleep now, y'all. I got to get up early in the morning to make money so I could buy dolls. Cool.
Yay!
Later.
I love that. So anyway, that's for people who are interested in that. Now, not everybody's interested in prostitution or getting high on weed, and we got to retain whatever rights we can. We got to hold on to what we can, you know? We don't know. Maybe one day they might put a tax on dolls, you know? We don't know. And it's possible. What's that, Benji?
It's called the tariff, the tax. When they put the tariff on the dolls, on any rubber product. No, I'm just joking. We don't know that yet.
Well, I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it in terms of like a singles tax.
Right. I know what you mean.
Like in Japan, how they have like a singles tax. Like, oh, you're not married? Let's give you a singles tax. And
yeah.
Japan's not the only place that we have it. You know, United States, you get a tax break for being married as well. And that's also a singles tax. So if you're single, you got to pay a little bit more.
I thought it's having kids you get the tax break, not being married.
No, I'm pretty sure getting married, you get a little bit of a tax break. Can somebody correct me if I'm wrong?
I don't know. I don't know. Never been married. Oh, oh.
Nandor 9. First thing I'm gonna do with my $2,000 Trump stimulus check is buy a doll. Dude,
Hell
oh my god.
Yeah, I heard something about that, like, because it's like the stimulus is being created from the tariffs that he's been like collecting.
Hmm.
So,
But I wonder how much money's really been collected from tariffs. So like a lot of stuff that's been tariffed, so to say, or was gonna get tariffed, it didn't get tariffed because they put off that like tariff ceasefire. Remember that?
oh yeah,
And then also a lot of the stuff that was going to get tariffed, it went to another country first. Like, for example, China knows that they could send stuff to South Korea and then make it go from South Korea to here. So that way it doesn't look like it's coming from China. And then it's like, even though its country of origin is China, because it's coming from South Korea, they won't tariff it when it gets here. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I'm not sure if tariff is like a verb. I don't think it is, but you know what I'm saying. Like hit it with a tariff.
Yeah.
They could get around it. So it's kind of like a loophole. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Around it.
Let's see. All right. Now, I don't know if there's actually going to be a stimulus check or not, but my personal belief is the reason that our economy is in the dumps right now is because of the first round of stimulus checks combined with the code.vid virus. So I don't know. I wouldn't want another stimulus check, but I mean, I don't have any control over that. Like, if they're gonna do that, they're gonna do that. But I think it could just cause recession to go on further. I know economists say that we're not in a recession, but when I look around and people can't feed their families and they can't pay their rent, like, to me, that's what I define as a recession. When people don't have any fucking money to buy any fucking thing, to me, that's a recession. I don't need an economist to tell me that we're in a recession or not. Like, just like you don't need anybody to tell you that you're starving or not. You know when you're starving, right?
Yeah.
Like, I look around and I see things are on fire and people can't afford anything. To me, that's a recession. And if you want to tell me otherwise, then that's great. But I'm not going to read that fairy tale book and believe it. I know it's not real. So let's see what happens. I don't know. But if they do give you a stimulus check, Nandor 9, then I hope you get a great doll with that money. We'll see what happens. I haven't heard anything about that, but I also don't watch the news. Benji would know. He watches news a little bit more than I do. XT. Right now we're listing Norman dolls, and we're also keeping up with listing Iron Tech, some other... what is the other one working on? MMX right now. So we're going to publish the MMX dolls this week once I get those options done. But XT is up and Norman doll is up. Scary Terry is working on listing them Norman dolls, which is all silicone doll brand. And we'll also be making listings for Banana Fire, which is a brand that makes dolls that are smaller and all silicone in a category of fantasy. So we'll be working on publishing those.
So you're bringing the little Banana Fire strokers back?
Yes. So instead of being in stock, we're going to make it available to where people can order them custom, since we don't have any in stock right now.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And some, like that little Banana Fire cupcake doll that a lot of people like. That was a really popular one. That Banana Fire cupcake, because it's really popular. People order it. Like, sometimes the factory will have that doll in stock in China. Like the guy who ordered last, he ordered Banana Fire, and I asked them, well, how long does it take to build it? And they said, well, we already have this doll in stock because it's so popular. And I was like, hell yeah, send it. And they're like, I was asking how long does it take? And I think it was like 7 to 10 days, I think. So that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
With that size of a doll, it might actually get here a little bit quicker than some of the bigger dolls, just because of the fact that it's smaller. And I did kind of witness that happen with this one guy who had ordered an Elsa Babe bunny outfit. Elsa Babe had sent me a little thing out and said, "Hey, Ricky, we sent out such and such guy's Elsa Babe bunny outfit." And I was like, cool. And that guy actually came here to pick up his Elsa Babe this weekend. And silly me, assuming that it would take like 2 weeks for that bunny outfit to get here, I didn't open this one package. And when he had gone, the very next day, I opened up a package, and it was his Elsa Babe bunny outfit that came in. And I was like, son of a bitch. I could have just gave this to the guy yesterday, because it came in like 2 or 3 days before he came here. And I assumed I make an ass out of you and me, right? And I assumed that it was going to take like 2 weeks to get here, and it got here in like 7 or 8 days. And I could have just handed it to him, so I had to pay $10 to ship it to him. That kind of stuff pisses me off, because I'm like, dang it! Not only could he had banged his new Elsa Babe doll, his new Elsa Babe 130 centimeter Molly, who is the envy of guys who love Elsa Babe. They love the 130 Molly. Beautiful head, beautiful big boobies, beautiful thick frame. And, he could have banged that doll in his new bunny outfit, but I had to ship it to him. So that was kind of an L, a little L. Not a big L, which is good. We have a lot of big L's, but we get some little L's every now and then. We don't see a whole lot of W's now these days, but I will say that we have a customer who did buy Iron Tech. Her name is Thickums. And yeah, guess who named her that? Anyway.
Wee Juice.
Yeah, Wee Juice.
Wee.
So Wee Juice ordered this. He named her Thickums, and one of our really good customers ordered that doll, and he sent me some pics. So we'll see those pictures here in a little bit. We're getting ready to end the stream here. I know. It's like a wonderful cake that you can't stop eating, right? And then all of a sudden you like get to the last piece and you're like, I don't want it to end.
Dude, it's fucking pumpkin pie season, not cake season. All right.
And you know what, Benji? The secret to good food is to provide just enough salt, just enough sugar to where people, when they eat it, they want more, and then they're not fully satiated. Somebody who walks away fully satiated from your meal, you did it wrong. It should be like a cock tease. It should be like you walk into the strip club with $300, and then like she's just getting you started, and then you're about to pop, but then you run out of money first.
Dude, I never understood this guy. The first time I went to a strip club where they had a buffet was in Montreal when I was like 18 years old. I went my freshman year in college. I went to Montreal with some friends. And we get there like around 12 in the afternoon. What do? First thing we do is go to a strip club. Lunchtime buffet at the strip club. So there you are eating chicken wings and mozzarella sticks, looking at ugly French Canadian bitches up there on stage. Tell me, like, who's going to be, like, what good looking women are performing at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a weekday? So yeah, looking at eating chicken wings and looking at pussy. It's a man's dream.
What kind of chicken wings? Did you say garlic parmesan?
No, there's chicken wings and mozzarella sticks. This is a whole shitty buffet at a strip club. That's what you get.
Now, were these chicken wings flavored with like buffalo sauce?
Dude, it was all frozen shit. That's what they do, is frozen shit. It was nice of them to give us a free buffet. It was a free buffet, so it was like, why the fuck not?
Damn, do they pour it into like a trough, like all the sludge?
No, you get up there, there's like, they have like the trays, and they have like little gas thing underneath it, and they're those metal trays, and you scoop whatever you want onto your plate. And then you go to the front row as they're dancing on stage, and you're eating your chicken wings and looking at pussy, and you slip her a Canadian dollar. You know?
Oh, okay. I was imagining like some dude like with a giant like pot full of like chicken wings that were steamed like on the top of a stove. Like he just like comes in with like this thing on his shoulder, and there's like a trough in the middle of the room, and then he just like pours it over like off of his shoulder, and then some other dude like gets a giant pot of like mashed potatoes and empties it over the chicken wings, like, come get your slop, piggies. And then the guy's like, and they just like kind of come from the corner of the rooms and like race to like get at the slop, and like they don't even put it on plates, they just eat it out of the trough like next to each other.
By the way, Mexican bathrooms, for the men's bathroom, they use a trough instead of urinals. I swear to God, everyone just pulls out their dick in front of everyone else and pees into this big trough.
I think that those trough sinks are the worst invention that mankind could have came up with. I was at a track and field meet, like I was trying out for like sprinting, and I came in dead last, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not a sprinter. Believe it or not, looking at me now, you would never believe it, but I'm a long distance runner.
Oh yeah, you are, dude.
Even I am not a sprinter, which I'm like, wow, okay. But you learn these things about your body and its limitations, right? I'm a long distance runner. Now, I'm not a very good one now at 260 pounds, but my body is made for long distance running. And when I went to this track meet, one of the things I was going to try is pole vault. That's a lot harder than it looks. And when I went to the bathroom, I like piss in this trough. And then I went to go look for the sink. I couldn't find the sink. And then I like look at the trough that I pissed in, and I realized that it had fountain, like the, you know, like where you turn the faucet. And
yeah.
I was like, shit, I just pissed in the sink. Like I thought it was one of those trough urinals.
Oh God, you pissed in the sink.
Yeah.
I remember one time I walked into school, I saw the retarded kid taking a shit in the urinal. I was like, that's funny.
Dude, I think if you're somebody who said like, oh, I've never seen that happen, you're fucking lying. Everyone in their life has seen at least one person take a shit in the urinal, or they've thought about it.
And they're usually retarded.
Well, I didn't see them actually do it, but I saw the aftermath of it.
You saw the turd?
Yeah, I just saw the turd in there, and I was like, somebody did that.
That's the South Park episode. Who let the dude?
No, I've never seen that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some things in South Park, they like ring true in real life, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I haven't seen the Asperger's one. I need to see Asperger's.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, Cartman Burger.
Yeah, it's good shit.
All right, trying to get through this XT. She looks like a bomb pop, doesn't she?
Let's see.
Yeah, the red and the blonde and the like off blue wig, almost like that Boma green blue color.
So
Yeah.
I like it.
They're exclusive.
Oh yeah, cool.
I don't know. It's like she looks like a bomb pop with her wig. It's like red and then like white and then like blue green, like Moon Knight said.
Wow.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, because it's hard to get like cool looking wigs like that. I mean, you either have to go and get them customed or get them at like you can get them online, but then when they come to you, they don't look as good. So it's like, oh, well, it's just like they send you the shitty version, but they kept the high end prototype or like the high end one that they used to take all the photos with.
And I don't think this is an XT doll wig choice either. Like, whenever you see a cool wig like this, people always ask, hey, is that like a wig I could choose? And we always have to tell them, no!
No, because you know why? Because they fucking rely on customers to do the photo shoots. That's why.
They always do that. They did that with Chucky Doll, too. Like, Chucky Doll took these amazing pictures. He goes by lots of different names, okay? And, you know, he had, like, so many different aliases. More aliases than freaking James Bond, man. I'm like, this guy's always got a different name every time I see him, right? And he has a photo shoot that Itokebishi used. And it was funny because I asked him, I was like, hey, dude, where'd you get this wig from? And then Doll Forever's like, oh, we don't have that wig. Like, he got that wig from somewhere else. And then I asked him, I was like, Chucky Doll, where did you get this wig from? And he's like, I got it from Doll Forever. And Doll Forever's like, no, he didn't get it from us. That's not our wig. And he's like, I got it from Doll Forever, right? You know who I believe? I believe Chucky Doll. I think Doll Forever did send him those wigs. I'm like, those look a lot like the Piper and Itokebijin wigs, right? And they couldn't tell me. And one of our other customers was like, I really want that wig. Please tell me where I can get that wig. And I'm like, dude, I can't help you. Like, Doll Forever won't tell me where they got that wig from because they're so adamant in saying that Chucky Doll got that wig somewhere else. And even if they did get it, they're not going to be incentivized to look where they got that wig from. They're going to be like, what? We're not going to make any fucking money off of stupid wig. Are you kidding me? And a lot of times, too, like putting together orders for guys who are like, hey, Ricky, I really like this Mozu doll wig that I saw in this photo shoot. It's a pain in the ass to coordinate that order just to make like $15 or something. It's not worth it. It's like highly likely to go wrong. A lot of the times these guys, and it's not even our fault. It's not like we're being lazy, okay? I want to point that out. We're not being lazy. It's that we have to collect the money from you, and then sometimes the shipping rates will go up or some bullshit will happen. Like, I've been trying to order these wigs from Doll Forever, wig 24 and wig 14, I think, for like a long time. It's literally been like over 3 months. And they haven't sent like these wig 24 and wig 14. Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably been more like 6 months. And I'm like, been asking them, like, is wig 24, wig like 14 or whatever, are they ever going to be made? Like, are y'all ever going to send them? Or like, just, now don't get me wrong. I got some stuff going on with Doll Forever right now. But anyway, I got to resolve stuff. We're not on bad terms or anything, but there's just some stuff that we have to work out. And I'm like, okay, well, just tell me you're not going to send the wigs. Don't tell me you're going to do it, and then you're not going to do it, you know? So anyway, that stuff should be resolved here kind of soon. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, you know, with some of these things, we're trying to figure out how do we make this a little bit more reliable of a process, because my whole point about telling that story wasn't to make Doll Forever look bad. You know, my whole point of that was, what if that customer had paid me for that wig 6 months ago and I ordered it? Like, I still think I have a customer waiting on wig 24 or 14, and I like have to tell him, hey, I'm sorry, Doll Forever is like blowing us off. They're not sending it. Like, what if we had several customers who ordered like Mozu doll wigs and Mozu just blew us off like that? If it were you, would you risk your reputation over making $10 or $15 on a wig?
Fuck no.
Hell no.
Nope.
You wouldn't. Because that $10 or $15, it's not like you could take that $10 or $15 and go spend it at Walmart to buy like $15 worth of shit. The government's going to take some of it. Your employees are going to take some of it. Some of it's going to go to electricity. Some of it's going to get taxed by the credit card processor. Everybody gets their cut, and by the time you get a piece of it, they're like, oh, here's your $5, Ricky. Oh, cool. Was it worth damaging your reputation over?
Yet.
Fuck no, it wasn't. Fuck no, it wasn't.
Yet.
$5, that's what I give the person at the bowling alley. I give him $5 for a beer. Why? Because the beer's $3.75, and I leave him a tip of $1.25. Now, whether you think that's generous or not, I don't know. They think it's generous because there's some cheap fucks there who drink all night and then they only tip the bartender $2. So they're happy to get my $1.25 per beer. Anyway, Hank B, the urinal's not for shitting?
You know that? He just learned something new.
He thought that's what the flush was for.
Mm.
And he pulled the handle.
Oh.
You know? Yeah. So funny. But anyway, we're getting ready to end this stream. Revenar, have you checked the BC doll brands? I did, but their markup sucks.
Are they from British Columbia?
And you know who else's markup sucks? Climax fucking sucks.
Really?
Like,
They're fucking like 25% markup bullshit?
20%. Like,
oh, fuck that.
I'm like, dude,
Fuck
you're gonna tax me like half of that with a credit card alone, man.
That's
like,
not worth it.
Dude, no, I'm just saying dude, you can't make any money like that.
No, and if something goes wrong, and then you're like, "Fuck, dude," then comes out of your profits.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem is like I was telling somebody last night because one of the guys I talked to, he was like, hey, he's like, how do you make money by selling the dolls? I'm just curious. Like, do you make commissions or what? And I said, well, we make money because we're a retailer. We buy it wholesale and then we make sure everything goes right and you get what you want. And then we sell it at retail price, you know?
Mhm.
And I said, a lot of people think, oh, well, then you're just a middleman. But it's actually not like that because what a middleman does is he takes a beginning product and he sells you the beginning product without adding any value to it. And there's actually a lot of value that comes from buying from us because, one, a lot of our customers who get tired of the doll that they have and then they want to get a newer doll, sometimes they'll send the doll to us for disposal or reselling, and then they'll get something out of it. And then that's a really big part of it because Robot Doll or Sex Doll Canada, like, they're not going to be like, oh, yeah, sure, send me your old doll. And then I'll like,
Never.
that's not to say anything bad about Sex Doll Canada because I love them. They're cool people. Love talking to them. Good guy. But we're a lot more public with what we do. Like, you'll never see any other vendor coming out and being like, hey, this is my real name, blah, blah, blah. They go by aliases and stuff. Now, I heard somebody talk about, what was it? I think Sex Doll Shop, like Marco. Like, I'm like, dude, I don't know if Marco's his real name, but I don't think it's his real name. I have the guy from, I don't want to say the vendor's name, but they're like a United States. Well, they have part of their running is in the United States. And he told me, he's like, hey, I go by this name, but that's not actually my real name. My name is actually Ricky Adamas. You can look me up on Facebook. You can see I'm very transparent about it.
Yeah.
And the thing is that it's very frustrating when you put your real name out there. People can actually stalk you on Facebook and they can like see who you are, see who your family is, and see all that or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who are scared about that. They don't want to publish their identity because maybe they think they're going to run for dog catcher or mayor in the future.
So Ricky, basically, you basically denied yourself or any job from any employer. So basically, you made your bed. Right now, you are an entrepreneur forever because of your past, I should say, or present. If you were to go apply for another job and they were to look what you did before, they'd find you pretty easily.
But what I think is funny is like, you're right, Benji, but also what I think is funny as well, though, right? Getting on the topic of like small dolls, a lot of people said, oh, they would be able to look and see that you sold small dolls before. And I told one of my customers, I said, you would think that, but actually you have to go to the deep recesses of the internet on like some .onion site.
I was going to say dolls, Ricky. I wasn't even talking about small dolls. I was saying dolls in general. You sold sex dolls, and then you want to go, let's say, work as a nurse, or you want to work in somewhere else where they're going to do a check and they see, well, what have you been doing for the past 5-6 years? There's a big gap in your resume. And then they see what you've been selling. And it doesn't nothing to do with small dolls. They'll just be like, sex dolls in general, forget it.
What can I do for you? Right.
Yeah.
I remember watching Valuetainment, who's like a pretty big influencer now. And
Patrick Ben David.
And he like runs this really big insurance company that I don't know the name of for some reason. Right. You're like, you think I would know the name of this insurance company? I'm sure he's mentioned it before. Mm-hmm. But he supposedly runs a really big insurance company. But regardless, whether you believe that or not, he's a really big YouTube influencer. And one of the things he had talked about before was you could be an employee, you can be a business, or you could be kind of an in-between type of thing. And I forgot what he called it. Something like an individual. Like an individual entrepreneur.
Freelancer.
Now, Benji, let me just describe what I'm saying first before you like try and guess like it's like the answer to Jeopardy question. Okay.
Oh, that's how you were.
Okay.
That's what you wanted to answer.
And what he was saying is like an employee entrepreneur, something to that effect. And what he said is like An employee entrepreneur is like somebody, and I'm not sure that's the correct term, so keep that in mind, is somebody who works for a company, and instead of accepting a salary or a regular pay rate, what this person does is they go out and they get money for the business. And an example of like an employee entrepreneur would be like an insurance agent who doesn't make a salary. They only go out and they get new people on Allstate policies or State Farm policies or policies for an insurance company.
A mortgage broker, a realtor.
Those type of people who only make money off of the money and the sales that they make. They only make money from the sales that they make and sales that they make from contracts. Like they sign people up for an insurance policy, whether it be health insurance, auto insurance,
life insurance.
And these type of people they stand to make a lot of money. Some of them can make like $1 million a year.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like all they do is go out and sign people up to get like some of their blood sucked every month out of their bank account, right? Hey, Benji, have you ever thought about like when you die? And like, no, I haven't really thought about that. I try not to think about when I'm going to die. Well, Benji, have you ever thought that maybe when you die, it might inconvenience some people? Oh, who do you mean? Like the local restaurant that I eat at every morning? No, not those people. Like your people who are related to you. Like that one guy, Mongol, was that famous Mongol? Like that guy that's like his genes are like in 1/7 of all people or some shit. What was that guy's name? God dang it. The Conqueror.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan, thank you. It's like, yeah. It's like, have you ever thought it might inconvenience some of your relatives? Like who? Like Genghis Khan? Like, no, not that guy. Like people who might have to pay for your funeral. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, don't worry about that. My mom's got that covered. She can cover that 7,000 real easy, or she could cover that 4,000 to cremate me real easy. I never really thought about that. Well, Benji, have you thought about like what might happen if your apartment went up in flames or your place went up in flames? Like, well, no, I really didn't think about that because I mean we got fire sprinklers and we've got a lot of really good precautions to make sure that doesn't happen. Well, I mean, surely you must have a car that you need to insure though, Benji. No, actually, I live in New York. I ride this subway everywhere. Oh, okay. Well, what about your health? Have you ever thought about what might happen?
Medicaid.
And it's like, well, I got Medicaid. Oh, okay. Well, is there anything else that you might want to insure, like your computer?
No, how about descendants? Do you want to leave anything to any descendants? No, not married, don't have kids. Nothing to worry about there. So don't try to sell me life insurance. Don't try to let me sell me something to refinance my mortgage. Okay, I don't fucking need put any investments, 401k, IRA. Dude, I got no money to put away. Like seriously, no. Like, and then once I say that, it totally turns them off. Like it's so funny because when I get phone calls for working capital, all right, I get the calls all the time. So I tell them, I say, look, you know what my monthly revenue is? It's $3,000. $3,000. You think I'm gonna get approved for anything? You're wasting your time. And once they hear $3,000 a month, they hang up the phone.
I just tell them that I like defaulted on all my loans and like I haven't paid my mortgage, and they're like, oh, okay, like
yeah, like forget it. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like,
not wasting my time showing them my last 3 months of sales.
That's a cool trick, Benji. Like now I just tell them like I'm just like well on my way to living in a van down by the river, and then they just
it's the same thing. What I did to get out of jury duty was so simple. All I said was that I have ADHD and I'm not gonna like understand what's going on with the whole trial. Like I'm gonna be a disservice, and I'm sorry. And then they dismissed me right away. And then once other people heard that in the courtroom that also wanted to be dismissed, they only wished they were as smart as me to use that excuse to get out of jury duty.
Damn, that's actually pretty brilliant, Benji. Yeah, you would be the perfect person to call for an insurance company, like to waste their time.
Oh yeah.
It's like, do you have a wife or kids that you need insurance? No, not really.
Dude, any salesman that calls me is gonna waste their time. All right.
I like the scammers, dude. I'm like always laughing thinking about how like the scammer called you and you like know
And
that
I'm still suffering from that $4,000 taken out of my account. All right, that I never could get back, and they did it 3 fucking times.
wow, dude, that is so crazy. It's like how you guys scammed me 2 times and then he had the balls to be like, actually, sir, it was 3
Actually,
times.
it was 3. Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, dude. It was, and it was all because they knew how to spoof the number from TD Bank customer service. So when they were calling, it actually said that the customer service from TD Bank on the caller ID, right? And so, and they knew my name and everything. So I fell for it.
It's crazy because I know it has something to do with that because Revenar said, don't worry about that, Comrade Benji. The new mayor will fix that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but I was laughing because I was thinking about just brown skinned people in general. And I was thinking about like YouTube. No, it was a Quora I was reading about. And it was talking about how almost everybody who travels to India, right, who eats food or drinks water in India will come back with some horrible stomach virus or some kind of horrible stomach bug or parasite, right?
Yeah.
And they say when you go to India, don't eat street food and also only drink out of bottled water that you open yourself, and also don't drink water that has ice in it. Because
Sure.
if you're drinking bottled water in a glass, but the ice is made from water from the Ganges River,
Yeah.
you're still gonna get parasites and bacteria.
You have to watch on YouTube all this Indian street food videos and how gross they are, and how you'll see them like the dude fucking takes like dough and he puts it under his armpit to flatten it, you know? I swear to God. And he's like fucking picking his nose and shit and fucking disgusting, dude. It is so disgusting. Like, dang, no, you don't want to see it.
Do you want some extra seasoning on that, my friend?
My friend,
I'll make it a pressed ham.
I remember seeing a video, and I think it was probably AI, where like some guy is like, of course, because AI's got to ruin everything. You know that like this guy's making street food, and there's like rats like by him while he's making the street food, and I'm like, yeah, this is probably
that's
AI.
not AI. That's true. That's not AI. I know what you're talking about.
You think that's true?
That's true. 100% true.
You think he's like making street food with rats like Cinderella?
That's what it is there. There's people there that literally will pull down their pants and take a shit in the street.
What?
I'm not joking either. I'm not joking. And they all chew like tobacco. So there's tobacco spit everywhere. Everywhere. All over the sidewalk, the brown juice everywhere.
Oh, dude, this is awesome. There's like a thing. It's called like Indian Street Food Compilation 2025.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's the one you got to see. The Indian street food compilation. Yeah. That's pretty nasty shit.
And like, I like this comment. The best thing about India is that you don't have to go there. That's pretty damn funny. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that, dude. Like people pounding a tortilla with their armpit. That's pretty cool. Oh man, a guy pouring a Coca-Cola into a pan with eggs. Like what the hell kind of shit? What do y'all
see where they wash the pans, the dishes in, like the puddle, the street puddle. They wash dishes in.
Man.
You saw it?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. India is not one of those places where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to go eat there. You know what I mean?
No, you don't want to travel there either. It's so dangerous. Like crossing the street. Oh, mom's calling.
I also wonder that too. Like, what is there to do in India that people want to travel there for? I saw that one of the things that somebody went there for was for like a soccer tournament or something like that. And I'm like, okay, I can understand that if it's one of those things you can't control. like if you have to go there for a sport event and you're involved and your team is going there. But I don't understand what there is to actually do in India that people will be like, yeah, I can't wait to go to India. I know for Steve Jobs, he went there for like spiritual purposes or some crap like that, like spiritual journey. What they freaking do? I could take a spiritual journey in my living room high on DMT. I'm gonna go to India for that.
I thought you were about to say I can take a spiritual journey on my bidet.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
Never mind.
high on mushrooms.
That reminds me about how those guys were talking about the articulated tongue. Like, I've never once heard anybody refer to that motorized tongue as an articulated tongue. Has anyone ever heard that before?
No, because wouldn't it be like just a motorized tongue? Because the articulated like hands or fingers, yeah, because they can like articulate and move like actual fingers. But yeah,
Yeah, articulated implies that there's joints, right?
yeah, and a tongue doesn't have a joint; it's just a piece of muscle. And just like that thing, I'm assuming it just has like a small like little like flappy thing in it connected to the motor, and that's what makes it go back and forth.
Look at this, articulated. I looked up definition of articulated. Having two or more sections connected by a flexible joint, right? And then here's another one that I thought was going to come up as well. One of the first articulated emotions that you will hear from a child. Like that's the example. The definition is of an idea or feeling expressed, put into words. So that's the definition we're not looking for. Like, oh, that person was very articulate. That's not what we're talking about here. Articulated is like something that has two or more sections connected by a flexible joint. And like the tongue is not something that would qualify because it doesn't have like a hinge. It doesn't have an area where it pivots. Like the whole thing can move around like undulated because it's like muscle tissue, you know? So yeah, articulated would not be the correct word to describe that motorized tongue unless it had like a joint at the very end. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's really truly how it works, but I would also expect like just having a joint at the end that makes it flop up and down. I would think like being anchored at that one joint is not enough to consider it being articulated. I would think it would have to like bend at the halfway point or at some other point between both of the ends of the tongue, you know? So anyway, maybe I went a little bit too far in that description, but motorized tongue I think would be a better word for that feature. But yeah, here we got Elsa Babe really quick, about to wrap this up. Elsa Babe 148 centimeter medium pink. Pink, weird. Okay, Natsuki Asuka. Okay, I guess pink is the skin color because you have white and then you have pink. I also had a customer who paid like $450 to make a custom skin tone of the doll between pink and white. So imagine looking at the pink skin tone and being like, that's too pink. And then looking at the white and being like, that's too white. And then saying, can we get something in between? That's what that customer did. And he paid like between $400 or $500 because he wanted it to be that specific. That's what you could do. If you want to do it and you got the money, you could do it.
Go for it. Yep. Get it how you like it.
Yep. And that's crazy, right? I mean, the thing is that we don't make a whole lot of money on that, like skin customization. Like a really, really big part of that goes towards the manufacturer, you know, that they have to make it. And I have a feeling that they charge that just because there's a lot of risk involved. Like if they don't make it like in a way that the customer deems it as perfect, then they're gonna have to like remake it, or they're gonna feel pressure to remake it, you know. So I think a lot of that I don't think it actually costs the manufacturer a whole lot to do that, but I think really what you're paying for is insurance when you buy a custom skin tone like that, because if it doesn't come out and then you're like, oh, it's amazing, then they're gonna have to find somebody to resell it to, and that's not gonna be easy.
Makes sense, because you're right. They can't sell it because who's gonna be like, oh, I want a like a purple doll like skin tone, like a crazy customized skin tone, and how long until they get another customer who's gonna want that same? And they might be like, oh, well, I like purple, and then it's like, oh, okay, and then they show them the purple, and it's like, yeah, it's not the shade I'm looking for though. I'm looking for something more lighter. can see. So it's like it makes sense why they would do an upcharge for that. Like you said, it's just insurance.
Damn. I'm like looking at the r/the sex doll channel and somebody's saying what do you call it? Getting rid of dolls is tough work. Did you see that on the Reddit, Slither?
Yeah, saw that too.
Do what?
Did you see that like mangled doll on the what do you call it?
The Atome.
A Reddit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that doll looks really rough. Poor
Yeah, I told him to save some of that TPE, but he's like, nah, like I'm not. He's like, I'm not worried about it, and I was like, all right.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So let's see. I was looking for maybe to see if Cowboy Dan had like shared something. I thought Cowboy Dan said he had posted in the Reddit or something. What's going on? I don't see that. So I don't even know. Cowboy Dan, can you email me at sales@thedollchannel.com so I can send you your invite really quick because I got to kill this live stream. So if you want to make an appearance, now's a good time to send that because he said let me on the live stream. But I got to know a way to contact you. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can find you. Oh, here you are. All right. Let me send you your invite really quick. Let me send that to you. Oh, shit. I'm almost there. And thank you guys, you 26 people who are being very patient. I'm going to send him. I sent you the thing really quick. And then I've not seen this before. Let's see. Oh, okay. There we go. Close that. Slytherin, do you have anything that you want to bring to the attention of the doll community? Anything that you need to talk about or would like to talk about really quick before we like kill this deal?
Not the I got a notification earlier said the Reddit has over 5,000 members now. There's a Telegram now. The link to it is in the Discord or can be shared in the Discord.
Oh, lovely.
Yep.
Okay, so guys, if you want to join our Discord, you can email me at rickyadamus@gmail.com. That's RICKYADAM as in Mike, ES@gmail.com. And if you send me there or you send me an email to sales@thedollchannel.com, I could send you your very own invite to our Discord, and then you can ask in there for the link to the Telegram where you could go do stuff that is completely legal but is not tasteful in terms of like Discord. There's some people who are on Discord that are like Discord itself is like because it's gotten big, they're going to be like, hey, you can't post your dolls here. In the Telegram you could post your dolls as long as it's not a real person and as long as it's legal, we welcome it. Is that right, Slytherin? Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's right.
As long as it's not somebody who's underage, and as long as it's a doll, and as long as it's legal, you could post whatever you want in our Telegram that Slytherin is organizing. I'm not organizing it, so when I say our Telegram, I really mean it's Slytherin's Telegram together. But yeah, we do not promote childlike dolls because that's against the law. But whatever they talk about in the Telegram, that's their business. And I'm not even really in there. I mean, I think I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if I can find what that's about. But just for people who want to go in there and check it out, you can email me and I'll send you a link to our Discord. And then in there, you can find the link to the Telegram and you can go talk about whatever. And I don't want to give people the appearance that Telegram is all about like young looking dolls because it's not. It's just for people who don't want to be censored by Reddit or Discord. I hope I described that correctly. That's the purpose of it, right, Slytherin?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure because we're tired of the censorship. We don't want to be censored by social media. Now, it's okay for us to get our tongues cut out by the government. That's fine. we're all cool with that, and like our new government overlords taking our rights away. Government, we bend the knee to you. We let you castrate us and cut out our tongue and all that. We're not going to fight you. We will be your slaves, but just let us have our telegram, okay? All right, thank you, government. We appreciate that. All right, cool. So Cowboy Dan has not responded to that email. He's going to get another whole minute, and if he's not here, then we're out. All right, guys.
Right, we's out.
Yeah. Benji, thank you for confirming that was not you in that podcast making out with the doll. That makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't know. You couldn't tell. I know it's been a while, like over a year since you've seen me, but come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
That's my favorite Joe Biden quote.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
I wonder how he's doing. I hope Joe Biden's doing okay. He had cancer, didn't he?
Dude, he can't wipe his ass now.
No.
Let's not get political.
No. That's horrible.
Yo, play that outro, yo.
That's what
you gotta get back. You gotta get listing, man. We gotta listing.
Yeah, I know. Listing. I don't wish anything bad on anybody. So I hope that I hope he gets a bidet because it makes you feel a lot better. I know. It comforts you. It's comforting. It makes your other holes not bleed. So, all right, guys. Thank you for making it to the live stream. You guys are the best. I really enjoyed this. This was good for viewership, and we want to keep this good viewership up. And that's why we're killing this because, like I said, it's like good food. If you want more when you've already finished a plate, that's the best food, right? That's the best food. When you can eat unlimited amount of something, it just takes away from the specialness of it, you know?
Yeah.
It does. And next time, I'm really sorry for those people who had to watch this in vertical. Next time I know I'll make it horizontal so you don't have to deal with the vertical shit, okay? With the vertical presentation of the multi-axial resolution variability or whatever the hell StreamYard did recently where they could show it in vertical and horizontal. I'll just do horizontal since Revenar says it's annoying. Nandor9, Benji, is it better to shave your balls or use hair remover cream?
Yep. There, baby.
It depends on how masochistic you are.
I'm gonna fucking shit. I'm gonna get some fresh Mach 3 razors to shave my nutsack before my provider comes when I get money someday.
Yay! All right, Benji. Have a good night. We'll see you all Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. Take care.
Buenas noches, muñeca fuckers.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Kamsahamnida.
Kamsahamnida.
Cuando escribí este corrido era de relajo dedicado a mis compas de Texas, el estado por fabricantes de muñecas, ya son reconocidos, es un negocio chico para los que son fanáticos. Aquí les voy a explicar. Uno se llama Enrique y el otro es el Benji. Cada semana se la pasan trabajando en lo caliente, cumpliendo órdenes de muchos de sus clientes. Parece que es un contrabando, pero de eso no les hablo. Ellos venden las muñecas. Las muñecas son de goma, parecen que son buchonas como las de Sinaloa, pero estas no te cobran. Caderonas y chichonas y personalizables. Solo eche una llamada al Ricky y el Benji, ellos te pueden ayudar. Chicano, pero español él no supo. El Benji es un judío, pero es más mexicano. Tienen grupo organizado para transmisión en vivo. Se la pasan platicando con todos sus amiguitos. Su pasatiempo, muñecas. Un saludo al Chovaro y también el Filistino y también el compa Brandon junto con el compa Sidney. Pero también hay dos mujeres, la que así es Cari Terry y unos cuantos más que ya no están aquí. Que no se olvide el compa Freeze. El canal de las muñecas de nosotros se despide porque tienen que trabajar para poder pagar los biles, pero van a regresar los lunes y los jueves. El pasaje pues mundial ya no se detiene. Muñecas Paper importan.